What if you could totally flip your life around, your job, your health, your whole future, with just one simple habit? Today, we're going to talk about the story of a guy who did exactly that. He had nothing going for him. No money, no contacts, basically zero hope. Until he stumbled upon a powerful secret hidden in the earliest hours of the morning. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me introduce you to Thomas. He's 32 years old, working as a night security guard. And look, this guy wasn't lazy. He was putting in the hours, working hard every single night. But it was like he was just spinning his wheels, you know? All that effort was leading him absolutely nowhere. And this was the question that was just eating away at him. Picture this. He's walking home every morning, totally wiped out, and the rest of the world is just starting its day. People are having breakfast, heading to their office jobs, and for Thomas, it was this constant, painful reminder of the life he wasn't a part of, just keeping him stuck in this loop of feeling totally hopeless. All right, so that brings us to our first section here, where we really dig into Thomas's reality. He wasn't just working a weird shift, he felt like he was living his life completely backwards. I mean, just think about his schedule. Working from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., sleeping till 4 p.m. He was totally out of sync with the entire world. When job opportunities came up, when classes were being held, when everyone else was being productive, Thomas was asleep. He was just too exhausted to even think about learning something new, let alone try to find a better job. But then something happened, a crisis that just forced him to face the music. This wasn't just another bad day. This was the moment, the breaking point, where everything was about to change. So he gets this phone call super early in the morning, and it's just devastating news. His mom was in the hospital. She'd collapsed from a lifetime of stress and exhaustion. And the worst part? They couldn't even afford her medicine. That feeling he had of being stuck, it suddenly turned into this gut-wrenching helplessness. And this is it. This is the moment that matters. So there he is, standing outside this little clinic at 5 in the morning. It's still dark out, and he makes a promise to himself. No more. And this wasn't some daydream, you know? This was a rock-solid decision. He had no idea how he was going to find a way, but he knew he would. That right there, that was the spark. You know how they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Well, that's exactly what happened next. This part of the story is all about that one chance meeting that gave Thomas the key he was so desperately looking for. So he's on the bus, heading back to the city, when he spots this well-dressed, successful-looking guy named Mr. Chun. And you've got to wonder, right? What's a guy like that doing on a public bus at 6 in the morning? Turns out, Mr. Chun had already been up and working for hours, and that one little question sparked a conversation that would literally change Thomas's life forever. And this really gets to the heart of the problem Mr. Chun pointed out. On one side, you had Thomas's old life. He was literally asleep while all the opportunities were passing him by. And on the other, the mentor's secret. Using those exact same hours, while everyone else is still dreaming, to actively build the future you actually want. So what was the big secret? Here it is. It wasn't some complicated business strategy. It was actually super simple, really profound, and honestly, anyone could do it. He called the 2 hours between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. the magic hours, a sacred time you protect to work on yourself before the rest of the world starts making demands. And check this out, because when you do the math, it's just staggering. I know, 2 hours a day might not sound like a huge deal, but it adds up to 730 extra hours a year. Just think about that for a second. That's like getting almost 3 extra months of full-time work done every single year. It's a huge, almost unfair advantage. Okay, so Thomas got the why, but now he needed the how. And Mr. Chun didn't just leave him with a nice idea. Nope, he gave him a crystal clear step-by-step system to follow every morning. He called it Foundation Building Time. And that right there is a huge mindset shift. See, this isn't about getting up early just to get a head start on the same old job you hate. It's about laying the foundation for a totally new life. It's an investment in the person you're trying to become. And the system itself? Super simple, really structured. So from 5 to 6 a.m., that first hour is all about building skills, something that can actually improve your financial situation. For Thomas, that meant hopping on YouTube and learning Excel from free tutorials. Then the second hour, from 6 to 7, that's for your body and your mind. 30 minutes of exercise, 30 minutes of reading, or just planning your day. But of course, a system is totally useless if you don't have the discipline to follow it. And Mr. Chun knew this. So he laid out 3 rules, and these were non-negotiable. Rule number 1, wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, no excuses. Rule 2, you have to be in bed by 9 p.m. You can't cheat sleep and expect to win. And rule 3, push through the tough part. That first week is going to be brutal, but you just have to get through it. So Thomas took the challenge. And honestly, what happened over the next 90 days was, well, it was pretty incredible. This is where the rubber meets the road, where you see the system actually working and getting real results. I mean, look at this journey. Day 1, total struggle. He was fighting himself just to get out of bed. But then, around day 21, something just clicked. It got easier, the habits started to lock in. Fast forward to day 60, and his confidence is soaring. He's actually finishing online courses, his mind feels sharper. And then, day 87, the big payoff. The skills he learned in the morning got him noticed, and he was offered an office job for double his old salary. Okay, so flash forward 1 year. Thomas is now the lead accountant at his company. But the most important thing is his new mindset. For him, waking up at 5 a.m. wasn't just a trick to escape his old life anymore. It was who he was. It became his identity, the daily practice that guaranteed he'd keep growing. Look, this story is amazing, but it's not really just about Thomas. It's about a simple principle that literally anyone can use. So for this last part, let's turn the spotlight from his story onto you. Let's make this a personal challenge. Because really, the big takeaway is this. Your future isn't just about luck or how much talent you were born with. That huge gap between where you are now and where you want to be, you can build a bridge across it in those quiet hours before the sun comes up. That's the time when there are zero distractions. It's just you and your goals. So here's your challenge. It's 3 simple steps, the exact same ones Mr. Chun gave Thomas. Step 1, tonight, set your alarm for 5 a.m. And do me a favor, put it on the other side of the room so you have to get out of bed. Step 2, decide on one skill. Just one. What's the one thing you're going to build for the next 90 days? And step 3, protect that 9 p.m. bedtime like it's your job. Wasted evenings are the enemy of successful mornings. And in the end, it all boils down to this one question. That future version of yourself.